Here goes nothing. Hey, we got audio. We finally have audio. My goodness. My goodness. Out time. Yeah, we finally have audio, guys. Let me make sure it's still working. Okay, cool. All right, so it looks like the audio is still good. Awesome. That was annoying. Yeah, it took like 5 times. I don't know what's been going on with the audio. Let me make sure this is still good. Work on that. Let me double check one last time. Cool. Cool. All right. So I think I might wait a little bit until there's more people to come in, just so nobody's really confused. I'll start off by saying, to all my non East Coast subscribers, right now there's a pretty big snowstorm going on, so it's freezing out there. So gotta bundle up, man. Gotta bundle up. And I'm a cheapskate, so I don't have the heat on. So here we go. Excuse me. So one thing I did want to start off by saying is that I'm gonna try to on YouTube. I'm gonna try to post more videos because I feel like I haven't been doing as many. There's like 130 lists I have right now on Letterbox of like lists I want to actually put out on YouTube. But I just haven't really actually sat down to like film them. I have like top 10 comedies of all time, top 10 animated movies of all time, top 10 action movies, horror films. Um, these are all lists that I've wanted to do for quite some time, but I just wasn't really sure, like, if I wanted to actually put it out there because I know, opinions are always changing. Mine's no different. Like, I'll release the list and then, a year, not even my opinion will change. So, but I decided, what the heck, why not? That's one of the reasons why I made sure to release my top 25 movies of all time. I was like, you know what? At least I'll have like that as a capsule. Be like, all right, I released this, but plan to do more of that. Still have to film some Academy Award videos. Still got that in like the pipeline. Um, one other thing, I want to make sure you guys are able to comment. Let me check one second, just so that way if you guys want to, you guys can talk. So, cool. Yeah. So you guys can talk publicly. Okay. I just wanted to make sure if you guys have any questions or comments, you guys can actually ask away. Excuse me. But all right. So we got 2 people now that have joined. All right. Awesome. Wait a little bit longer, guys. I'm sorry. You guys seen any new movies recently? Anything that's worth watching? I just finished The Brothers Bloom. This is a Ryan Johnson movie, so now I've seen all his movies. So going to lead me also to ranking lists. So I'm going to be doing Ryan Johnson, his movies ranked. I'm also going to be doing Judd Apatow. That I already filmed. That will be getting released soon. Denis Villeneuve, his films I ranked. That one I actually did with a subscriber of my own, as well as a fellow YouTuber. His name is Bibs. So I'll be releasing that soon. I'm also looking to rank Brad Bird's films. I've seen all of his movies, so I can actually rank them now. I feel like there's someone else too that I'm forgetting. Oh, excuse me, Mike Flanagan. I've seen all of his films, and I actually collaborated with Larry of LC Screen Talk for that video. So that video will be coming out soon. Now, keep in mind, as you guys probably already noticed, my ranking lists, um, director ranking lists, I gotta specify those. I wait a little bit to release. Like I try to, have it once a month. Marvel Fan 45 is in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? Um, dude, love your reviews on Letterboxd, man. Um, Speaking of which, Letterboxd, I don't think I've said it to really anybody, but I got a Letterboxd account in like 2017, and I for some reason only used it for like movies I saw in theaters, and then holy cow, I decided to start using it more because my one friend was like, "Dude, you got a Letterboxd?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I started using it more, and then next thing I know, I started getting more and more people following me on Letterboxd, and I was like, "Holy cow, this is awesome!" Like, sweet. Um, Marvel 45 was on YouTube, and the stream just happened to start. And thanks. Yeah, man. I wanted to do a update. It's been about 6 minutes, so I guess I can start with the reason why I'm doing this stream. So the main thing that I'm doing this stream for is because, as you guys know, I released my trailer for Willopenn Drive, which I'm very excited for it to be coming out. However, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but Toy Story 2 in 1999 had a data drop. Basically, all the data got lost. And fortunately enough, I think it was like an intern actually had some of the footage. Well, that basically happened to me. So, 2 days after the trailer dropped, my external drive gave out. All my footage on the external drive for Willopenn Drive was on there. So, you know, I have like 60% of the footage elsewhere as well. So like basically I copied it before then, like because I was shooting on my iPhone 11. So I have some of the footage, but I don't have all the footage. So I sent it to a company, and the company said that the data couldn't be recovered. Another company said that as well. There's another company though, like a third company that I'm getting a um, vibe that they might be able to recover some of it, but their price said they said it was going to be $2,000. So I'm just in the dilemma. I'm going to send it to them just to see if it's something that they can recover, just so my mind's going to be at ease. But basically, there's going to have to be some reshoots and everything, and you know it's a shame because when I released the trailer for Open Drive, I had an assembly cut. All I really need to do was color grade and do some like tweaks, editing here and there, and adding music. That was it really. But now I'm from square one. Now I like am re-editing it just in case if that footage is lost forever, then I need to work with what I'm given, and then also doing reshoots. So I'm at 20 minutes. I've been working all weekend long, pretty much to re-edit this movie. So yeah, that's the reason why I decided to do the stream, just to keep you guys up to date. I know this channel obviously is more about doing reviews, which is obviously what I started this channel in the first place. But I figured I would give you guys a little bit of update with what I'm going through with that because if any of you guys have made short movies or anything, that's it's tough, man. It really is. Marvel Fan 45, sorry, dude. Hopefully you can re-edit and reshoot it fully. Feel bad for you. Yeah, man. I did this video more of like, just so that way you guys like were aware of it because it's stressful. I mean, the great thing is that I mean, as you know, Marvel Fan 45, David Fincher's my favorite director. And I made sure that this movie I shot it like him. I made sure I used 3 different cameras. So the nice thing is that a lot of the footage, the reason why I say 60% I have is because I shot it on 3 different cameras. So there is one person that all the stuff we shot with their phone, they have. So I was able to recover all that. Me, I'm a cheapskate. So I only had 50 gigabytes worth of storage. So that's only 50 gigabytes worth of footage, even though the actual footage was probably like 150 that I had on my phone. So, um, I'm definitely gonna have to reshoot some things. I've already done that. The thing is also with this movie is that I'm making the movie look like it's where it's difficult to tell like when it's taking place, like if it's in the winter time, springtime, summertime, fall. Like I'm intentionally making it so that way you're not really sure. So there's some stuff like it was 20 degrees yesterday. There was stuff I filmed and I was basically wearing shorts in 20-degree weather. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I mean, I learned with everything with Incisor. I learned everything I had to. Um, and I genuinely think that people will like this movie. The people that are more into movies for artistic purposes. I don't know if people will be entertained per se, but I don't really care because for me, it's me expressing myself, and I'm excited. Like it's something that I've I've been looking forward to like ever since Inside has premiered. I've been looking forward to actually, starting to film this movie and then, releasing it. And then, it went by fast too. I mean, we filmed everything like really fast. It was kind of crazy, honestly. And the movie was before the data drop. It was 2 hours and like 2 minutes. So I mean that's like 40 minutes longer than Incisor. So, you know, obviously I still had to cut things, but I also still had to add things too. So yeah, like I said, I'm proud of that trailer, and that's why like when I heard people's reactions and everything, and then the data drop happened, I was like, oh man. But at least I have the trailer. That's the thing though. The trailer also there's shots in there that aren't going to be in the movie, unfortunately, and that I think is the worst part. So it's just terrible. But you guys have any questions? Uh, 1 second. Sorry, I just have to send a text. Marvel 45. Anything you're planning to watch to get your mind off of it? Um, that's a good question. Uh, I've been trying to watch movies I haven't seen before, and then mixing that with stuff I have seen. So I don't really have any plans in terms of what I'm going to watch tonight. I got a bunch of movies from the library, Baz Luhrmann, George Miller movies, because I'm trying to watch all of their movies so that way I can rank those directors' work. But I just don't know if I'm going to watch, a Baz Luhrmann movie tonight or a George Miller movie tonight, or just watch something that I still need to watch because I, excuse me, I still have movies from Black Friday that I have to watch that I bought. So, Marvel 45. Also, have you seen a Scion Sono film yet? No, I haven't. There's been a lot of stuff that people have asked me about that I unfortunately haven't seen yet. I still haven't seen a Jodorowsky movie. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And I've wanted to, but a lot of people say his movies are kind of hard to find, and that's true. I look around and I can't. I guess I could pirate them, but I just haven't done that yet. I don't know why. What was I gonna say? Oh, the other thing with the channel. So movie theaters, I think I mentioned this before. Movie theaters are back in my area, so I will probably be reviewing some movies coming out. Um, Walking 45, I would recommend Tag for a start. It's one of the craziest 20 minutes I've seen. There was a film. He's making a movie in the cage too, so I can't wait. Tag like the 2018 movie with John Hamm, or is that like a different? Is that a different Tag? Um, yeah, Nick Cage. I'm glad that he's been doing like independent films that you know actually have artistic merits. No Tag 2015. See, I always hate that when I always hate that when there's like a movie title and there's it's like it's similar to other movie titles and then you have to specify. So I get that though. One reason why I named my movie Willopenn Drive. So that way when you look it up on Letterbox, first one that comes up. Um I'll try to check it out. Uh, I have a lot of movies on my watch list in terms of like on Letterbox. Like, let me pull it up right now. So, my watch list is 220 movies. So I got a lot. Marvel 45. Yeah, I'm finishing up his films this year as well. Can't wait to see your film. Yeah, man, dude. I honestly, Marvel 45. I think you'll genuinely like my movie. You'll also see, as you probably saw the trailer, an uptick in production. In terms of like the visual palette. Um, because a little bit of inside knowledge, as I mentioned earlier, Willopenn Drive, I have a multi-camera setup. In Sizer, it was a one camera setup, a single camera setup. So if there was something in the editing room, because I'm editor as well, if there was anything that I looked at and was like, oh, I want to edit that, it was pretty much impossible to edit it without there being like a jump and then it being like an awkward edit. And that's just one of those things where I knew, based on the reception as well as just after, being in the editing room, I was like, yep, multi-camera films, those are the ones that it's in my wheelhouse because I have control, but at the same time I know that I have options. So that way in the editing room I can say, oh, this one or oh no, this one. So it's important. Um but yeah, that's just inside knowledge. Marvel 45. And yeah, my watch list for this year is massive. I was finally able to a hold of the film of Lav Diaz. I can't wait to check them out. It's been hard to find a film from him, but I finally did. Yeah, man, there's some directors where it's like it's not easy finding their work. And it's like honestly, I don't want to say a chore, but it's like holy cow, like man, this director, it's like he's made so many movies that it's hard to track him down. David Cronenberg's a movie director that comes to mind. He's done like 20 something, and I had to find certain movies of his a certain way, if you know what I'm saying. I wish it was a lot easier. I wish that there was. I mean, I guess some people would call it Criterion, but I wish there was a channel, a movie channel specifically for movies that are hard to find, like more obscure than like Criterion. Because as you guys all know, there's movies out there that Criterion doesn't even have, like the cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover. I think that's the full title. That's a really good movie, very good movie, but you can't find it. You can't find it, at least not here in America. Um, Marvel 45 hat, yeah, I get it. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing. Also, it's nice. It's nice about being like a film critic or film buff. There's always movies to watch. Obviously everyone has like favorite films and like films that they want to rewatch and everything. And that's great, and I absolutely adore that because I truthfully rewatch a lot of movies too. Um, but it's just great knowing that for the next 50, 60 years, however much longer we're going to be here, we are always going to be able to find something, and it's awesome. Offering 45, it would be amazing to have a channel like that. Like a lot of DS stuff could only find a single film of his on DVD, but through other ways I was able to get hold of them. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, man. Like, I just, I think that way that I'm not gonna say the words, but you know, the way that you and I have been getting movies, we're doing it because there's no other way to find this movie director's like work, in terms of this director as well as others. And it's just kind of one of those situations where it's a shame. It really is a shame. I personally think I get it that the movie industry it's about money, and it makes sense. But at the same time, hear me out with this. I think that every single film, when it comes out, it should get a Blu-ray release at the very least. Hands down, that should be the standard. But instead, there are a lot of movies that come out and they might not even get a DVD release, which is a shame. Or there should be a catalog of people going back in time to look at certain movies and saying, yeah, this needs to get remastered. There's going to be an audience for every movie. You know, might be bigger than some, but I'm just saying, like, I look at it like this. There's two movies, actually, three movies I own on DVD. Happiness, Little Children, and then of course Three Idiots. Those are three movies that I think are good to great. Two of them are great in my opinion, Happiness and Little Children, but you can only find them on DVD. And I get it; they came out during the DVD era, but it's something that in today's day and age, it should be at the bare minimum Blu-ray. But that also brings up the whole argument of streaming, versus I mean not streaming, digital versus physical. So it's a lot though. I know at this point just kind of rambling, but it's annoying. Loose. That's the one I was thinking about. The movie Loose came out 2 years ago, 2018. Oh no, it's 2021 now. 3 years ago it came out. Oh no, now I'm doubting myself. Fudge, I could have sworn it was 2018. Now it might have been 2019. Anyways, besides the point, Loose came out and I really liked it. I wanted to own it, but it only came out on DVD, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm pretty sure it was shot in 4K, and it doesn't even get a Blu-ray release. Are you serious? I get it; it didn't do well at the box office, but my goodness. I'm RFM 45. Yeah, I only do it if I absolutely have to. Like Woody Allen movie is easier to find than obscure foreign film. Yes, that is very true. Another great example in terms of a foreign movie. I really want to watch the movie The Yellow Sea. It's the same director that did The Wailing and The Chaser. But The Yellow Sea, I can't find it. I can't really find it. It's a movie that did well overseas, but in terms of in America, it's not really in a streaming services per se, which is a shame. Oh, Woody Allen, though, man, that's a director. I don't think I would ever be able to rank his movies. I really don't. I thought about that. Some people have also been like, "Yo, we should review Hitchcock's movies." I'm like, "Are you serious? He's done like 60 movies. That's going to take 10 years." So it's not going to be something that would be a year process. But yeah, man, Woody Allen films are pretty easy. Most of them are Amazon Studio movies at this point, so they all go to Amazon. The sniffles. Yeah. Phone. Oh, I'm over here 45. I just realized. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. I forgot your name was Jack. I apologize. I'm just so used to saying Marvel Fan 45. What else was I gonna say? I was gonna say. Drawing a blank now. What was I getting at? But I guess I will get into it. Streaming versus digital versus physical. Oh wait. Marvel 45. I'm planning to get into Spike Lee's films this year, and yeah, ranking a director with tons of films is hard. The Wachowskis I'm planning to rank this year. They only have like 7 films. Yes, as you probably saw, I did rank the Wachowskis, the siblings. 7 movies. Pretty easy to get through because I had seen like 5 of them, so I only had to see like 1 or 2. And then Spike Lee. It's funny, we might rank around the same time because Spike Lee was a director I started last year. I binge watched a bunch of his movies and then I stopped. Don't know why. but I still have like 6 to 8 movies of his to watch. But I'm at like 14, I think. So I'm with you. I still need to do Richard Linklater as well. I have like 2 of his movies to watch. So I'm a bit behind in that category, but um, I mean, heck, I know when the Richard Linklater one drops, I know a lot of people are going to watch that because I mean that's something that so many people have been asking about. I was like, dang, I didn't realize there's so many Linklater fans out there. It's pretty cool. There's also what is it? I think I had another list. Where is it? Oh, how could I forget? I did a 2020 like worst films of the year list. I did not do a 2020 best films of the year list, and it's not that I forgot. It's just one of those situations where I told myself I was going to watch several other 2020 movies I still had to watch, and I didn't this month. So February, this might be something that it's like might not be until the end of February that actually comes out, but I'm still planning to do a top 10 films of 2020 list. Warframe 45. Yeah, man. I may do a Lynch ranking soon. I loved your favorite videos. Left. Speaking of Linklater, I watched Before Sunset last night. Yeah, Lynch. I've seen all of his movies, and I did a ranking list for that. You definitely should watch all of Lynch's films. He's a great filmmaker. Um, List production. Hey, man, just joined the stream. Hope you're doing good. Excited to see Linklater rating. West Productions. Okay, so if you just joined, I was telling Marvel Fan 45. Don't know if you're familiar with this, but what happened was kind of like Toy Story 2. Um, I had a data dump. I had all my footage for the movie on my external drive, and it's for some reason it's no longer there. It's so odd. Um, I sent it to a couple companies for data recovery, and they said it wasn't recoverable. There's a third one. They said it is recoverable, possibly. They just have to see it. So I have to send it over to them, which I was going to do today. But of course, a huge snowstorm hit the East Coast. But they said that if they recover it, it would be like nearly $2,000. So thankfully, I do have some of the footage. Like I had some of the footage on like the cameras that like we used, but yeah, I mean, I'm doing well besides that, but it stinks, man, because it's like I was so excited. I was like, oh, in a month or so I'll be able to release the movie, but now it's probably gonna be like 3 4 months, if that. But Marvel 45, and my rankings reviews have become pretty random. I didn't plan to make a video yesterday, but after rewatching Mishima yesterday, I was so in love with it I couldn't help but review it. Yeah, why does Mishima sound familiar? I feel like you and someone else also. I feel like someone else in my feed also ranked. I mean, not ranked, reviewed that. Let me check real quickly. Where is it? One second. Oh, Mishma, A Life in Four Chapters. Paul Schrader movie, biopic, art house. Oh, Misfit Ponds. That's why. I was like, I knew that sounded familiar. West Productions, man. So sorry to hear that. I was excited to see the film. Hopefully, we're able to recover the data. Yeah, man, I'm hoping so too. If not, thankfully, I was telling Marvel Fan 45. Thankfully, I was shooting the movie similar to like David Fincher. Like I had a multi-camera setup, so one of the camera people that I worked with had all the footage on their phone. Another one had barely any, and then for myself, I'm a cheapskate, so I didn't have all of it because I was like, oh, it's on the external drive. They last 5 6 years, but apparently this one only lasted 5 6 months. But I think I have enough to work with to like if worst comes to worst, if I don't have any the data come back, I think I'm able to make it work to where I'll be able to get a finished product. Um, But there are some shots. I can't lie. There are some shots. Like you guys saw the brief shot of the cornfield. There's something I did in there that I absolutely love. But of course, all the footage pretty much in when I'm actually in the cornfield, I don't really have. So, and you know, cornfields really don't look that cinematic during the winter time. So, yeah, I mean that stinks. But I'm hoping it works out. Marvin 45, yeah, accidentally released it the same day Mr. Pod did his review. Um, yeah, I saw that. Mr. Carlos of Mr. Fun, he reviews a lot of movies that a lot of times I haven't even heard of. That was one of them, but it's on the list now. Like I'm curious about it. I'm curious how you guys both found it, to be honest. Uh, it does sound interesting though, like an experimental biopic. I'm down for that. Marvin 45, it's on Criterion. Oh, I wonder if it's on HBO Max. I know HBO Max. I know HBO Max usually has a lot of Criterion. I'm gonna look it up right now. Actually, I don't have Criterion. I know that's like sacrilegious to be a movie buff and not have that, but whoops. Let me see. Let me try to find it. Yeah, let me look that up. Got HBO Max. Mishma. I don't know what Mishma means. Ah, Criterion doesn't have it, of course. That stinks. I mean, not Criterion. HBO Max doesn't have it. That's a shame. That's a shame. I should get the free trial of Criterion again because I don't pay for Criterion because I'm like I know I'm not gonna watch like it enough for me to warrant that. So usually I'll get like Criterion movies from the library, or if I've seen them before and I liked them, I'll buy them. Like my Criterion collection's got a lot bigger thanks to the pandemic. I like to blame because that broke a lot of my rules. A lot of my rules were that if I've only seen it once, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to watch it again at least in a second time before deciding if I want to own it. I'm offering for my. I'll start following a letterbox username Neil Ballard. I would recommend checking out his list because he introduced me to dozens of films I ain't even heard of before. That name sounds familiar. He might have he might have started following me on Letterbox. Yeah, I'm kind of odd. With Letterbox lately, I've been kind of odd where it's like I won't I won't start following someone right away that requests to follow me because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but on Letterbox there are people where they literally start following other people, and then what do? They then don't actually continue to follow you once you follow back. They instead just unfollow you. It's odd. So I just wait like a day or two, and if they're still following me, I'm like, all right, I'll follow you back. West Productions. I have two more films to watch before I can rank them. Where did you watch Inland Empire? Um, I watched it at the library. So in my area, there's a bunch of libraries, and I just put like a hold on it. I saw it on DVD, I believe it was. I haven't seen a movie two though in like 7 years. I really do need to rewatch it because every single Lynch fan gives me everything for saying that I didn't think it was the greatest thing on earth. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll rewatch it. I'll rewatch it. Um, let's see. West Production. I just said that too the other day. Almost all my followers are people trying to get more followers. Yeah, it's odd because it kind of makes you almost feel like they're bots, but they're not. They're just people that are like, hey, I need more followers. But it's like, well, if you want more followers, just continue following because, what I love about Letterbox, honestly, my probably my favorite feature on Letterbox is that you can see who's following you. Like you can see if you go on their profile, you can see if they're following you or if they're not. That's something I honestly think that Instagram, which is another social media app that I use, kind of wish Instagram did that too. I think it would make things a lot easier because for me, my thing is if someone's not following me, why would I follow them? You know what I'm saying? Unless they're like a celebrity, in which case it's like okay. West Productions. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah. Marvin 45. What's your letterbox? I'll give you a follow. West Productions is West Productions. Yeah, West Productions is pretty good. Well, not pretty good. You're great, man. Um, I will say that I think West Productions does mostly, if I'm not mistaken, mostly just rates the movie. Because I've noticed that some people do reviews and then some people just do the actual like ratings, which again I completely understand. And then I think Marvel Fan 45 does a mix of both. Black Castle Media, poking my head in to say what's up, man. Yes, dude. When are we working together, man? We got to work together. You should join me for like a ranking list. I would be totally down for that if you were able to join me, or me on your channel. I don't want to invite myself. West Productions, cool. Thanks, man. I'll follow you too. Oh yeah, that's for Marvel Fan 45. What was I gonna say? But yeah, Black Task Media. I have plenty of ranking lists, that I do for director ranking. And if you're interested in any of them, we could totally do that. I have my letterbox up, so just say the good word, and I can give you a director, and we can rank them. See comments. Okay. Back to what you were saying, Marvel Fan 45. Criterion. How much is the channel? Because I don't even know at this point, so I don't know if that if it would actually be worth it at this point for me. Black Text Media. I'm down, my man. Here's my email. Oh, sweet. Let me take a picture of that. Because for some reason my don't ask me why, but for some reason my streaming doesn't actually save the conversations. So, dude, yeah, we totally need to work together. I'm down. Um, I've been wanting to work with you for a while. So when I saw when I saw the collaboration that you guys had the other day, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna shoot a message because I feel like I need to get more into the community. I feel like I just haven't been doing it as much. I really should. And at the same time, if someone such as yourself, if I'm able to, when I actually really like your reviews, it's like, why not? I should actually really do that. West Productions, yeah, I mostly just do ratings. I only really give reviews when I can think of something to say. I give you big props for reviewing all the movies you log because it can be hard to think out a review. Yeah, it can, man. On Letterbox, not easy at times, especially when it's like I'm not a big if I'm not a big fan of a movie. But I try to always have some thoughts, even if it's like short. But as you can see, a lot of times it's long winded. Bar 45, it's $11 monthly. I believe it's worth it. You can get access to so many films. It's crazy. It helps me get a hold of tons of stuff I've been wanting to see for a while. Maybe I'll give it a go then again. Black Text Media, shoot me an email and let me know what's up. I'll put together a video and get it to you. Dude, yes. I'm down, man. I'll be happy to have you on my channel. Not only that, dude, it's crazy how much your channel's grown. I remember when you had like the same amount of subscribers as me, and I think you have now what, like 5,000 or something like that. Let me check. I don't want to make up a number, but uh, I was like, holy cow, that's amazing. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just checking my subscriptions. So, like I said, I just don't want to throw out a number and be like, yeah, that was it. Oh, follow so many people. There we go. 2,000. Still awesome. That's still awesome, man. Because I remember when we started following each other, I remember you were at like the same number as me. I think a little bit less actually, but you just keep doing you, man. It's awesome. It's always great to see that, honestly. Oh, fan 45 message retracted. What? I'm kidding, man. Just messing with you. You know, you could delete things in this. I feel like such a grandpa. You can pin messages. Holy cow. Black Text Media. I'm close to 2,000. Dude, yeah, I saw that. You definitely got to have like a live stream when you get to that. Also, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure this is the case though. Is it true like once you hit 1,000, that's when you can do like the community tab where you can like basically give your the people that are subscribed to you like a list of like things that you want to do. Like try to describe it. Like you can pretty much keep them up to date. That's something I'm looking forward to, honestly. Like hitting that number of being able to then just like give like an outline of like, hey, this is coming out on this date. That that I'm looking forward to. Power Frame 45, I got a few videos. Can't wait to do some videos. And accidentally I clicked the message redacted button. LOL. Ah, you're good, man. I'm just busting your balls. Um Podcast media. It's cool that we're both filmmakers. I'm glad we connected. Yeah, dude, honestly, I gotta say, I don't know how you have it though. Like you do short films, like you do short films like really quick. Like it's crazy. I don't know how you do it. Like you do short films really quick. They're good. They're entertaining, and they're unique. And it's like that's just something that I'm working on my second movie, but after that, I am planning to do short films. But I don't think I could do short films as fast as you. Like I don't think so. Like so, I give you major props, man. It's pretty awesome. Um, as well as that's something you've always done on your channel. Making movies is something that's kind of new for. I don't want to say new for me. 10 years ago, I did like a bunch of short films, but then I kind of stopped for a while, and it wasn't until a couple years ago where I made like short films for like my little brother, and then I did a feature length film in Sizer. Now I'm working on my other one, Willopenn Dr. So, but you've been consistent, man, which is awesome. Let's see, Black Text Media. Yeah, once you get 1,000 subscribers, you're able to use the community tab. Yes. I have a long ways though. I think I'm at 520, so I guess I'm halfway there. But it might be quicker than I think actually because I was at 200 subscribers in like late 2019, and I'm at 520. So it's just kind of crazy. I think it's because of the ranking list, honestly. Like, which is kind of also crazy because I didn't do ranking lists on my channel because I was like, no one's gonna be interested. And I did the Tim Burton ranking list, and then everyone like dug it. I was like, all right, so I'm not just gonna have these lists on Letterboxd. I'm actually gonna release them because this is awesome. Like, this is something I've always liked doing. Warfare 45, planning to do a Tarantino ranking, but it's got a few pretty hot takes, so I'm holding off for a bit. Yeah, I have a Tarantino ranking list. It was one of my first ranking lists, honestly, because at that point, I was like, oh, I just have one Tarantino film that I need to watch before being able to rank it. So I was like, yeah. Less productions. Yeah, I found your channel from the Scorsese ranking. Exactly. That's it. Like that's kind of it. Like nobody has ranked really Scorsese's movies, which is kind of odd. Like I don't know why, but I will say, like when you type in Martin Scorsese ranking list, pretty sure that now it's going to be one of those things where my video is not going to be at the top. It was for a while, but all the YouTubers then jumped on the bandwagon when The Irishman came out. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to rank his movies." And it's like, okay, cool. But for me, I'm like, you know what? I want to do it, but I want to do it like when I feel like doing it. So that's why like I ranked David Fincher's films when I did. And of course, now everyone ranked David Fincher's films when Mank came out. So it is what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some directors where I'm like, I'm gonna rank their movies because they're having a movie come out. Like John Lee Hancock, I'm planning to rank his movies because the Little Things came out, so I'm planning to watch that and then The Founder, and then rank his movies. But I'm not going to release it right away. It's going to be several months from now. But yeah, a bit long-winded there, so I apologize about that. Oh, actually, now I'm curious. Wait, Digest Media. Yeah, the film I'm shooting now, Sarah. When it's complete, I'm gonna enter in a film festival. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. That's something I look forward to doing as well. So, like, if you're, completing it and then putting it in a film festival and then it gets in, that's awesome. That's honestly like my dream. I just wanted like a movie of mine to be in like a film festival. I mean, heck, maybe even getting picked up, but that's obviously like a rarity when that happens because there's so many. But just the idea of like it getting shown to a bunch of people, just awesome, man. So I'm proud of you. That's really good. It's also you could probably relate to this also. It's also more difficult to film now because with the pandemic and everything. You know, I don't know about you, but I'm like really trying to be safe on set and everything. So it's just kind of difficult, to work with. And I have like a really small crew, like very small. So it makes it easier though. But definitely swing for the fences where it's like, man, oh, yeah. Back to what I was saying. I'm curious now. 1 second. Easy films ranked. Okay, I'm sorry. I just looked it up out of curiosity, guys. Just looked it up, and Martin Scorsese films ranked. When I type that in, mine was like the eighth, 4,000. Holy cow, that's pretty good. That's awesome, actually. That's incredible numbers for myself. Um, Martin 45. I'm planning to watch as many long films as I can this year, starting with the 10-hour film soon. Dude, that's ambitious. I see a long film, and I'm like, I want to watch that, but then I get home from work, and I'm like, I don't know if I have time to watch it though. But then I stay up late anyways, and it's like could have watched a long movie. So, excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I drank this carbonated drink. Here's product placement time. Buy bubbles. So strange. Ooh, what's that comment? Sorry, I saw something. Where is it? Offer 45. That's the second issue of ideas. I can get a hold of them now, but his shortest film is 4 hours. Jeez, 4 hours? Man, it's like Gone with the Wind, but probably better. Holy cow! I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the longest movie I've seen. Might have been Gone with the Wind or Lawrence of Arabia. Once Upon a Time in America is up there too. I think that's 4 hours as well, and that's a great movie. I think if a movie's long and it builds everything to where you care about everything that's going on, I think that's when it's worth it. Worst thing possible is though is when it's not paced well, which the longer a movie, the more difficult it can be. So I'll give you props, man. Are his movies at least paced well, or I mean, that's what I'd be curious about. Oh, all right, guys. I'll probably start wrapping up in a little bit. Uh, it's crazy. But I guess yeah, I was forced with my last film, The Comforter, to shrink the cast down to like three people. I was lucky that it worked out and the film did well on YouTube. Yeah, man, dude, short films, honestly, people eat them up because it's like one of those things where if it's a feature length movie, it's trying to convince someone that, listen, you don't really know much about me or like if I have merits of like as a filmmaker, give me a chance, you know. And as people are gonna be like, maybe I'll watch like 5, 10 minutes. But if you do short films, it's like, it's 3 to 5 minutes. Oh, it's 10 minutes. Like I have time for that. So it's smart, honestly, especially with releasing them on YouTube. It's smart. You know, for me, it's kind of stupid of me because it's like, why would I put it on YouTube when it's like I know not everyone's gonna watch it, but it's like, whatever. It's like, you know, for me, I will say for me, that was my thought process with Incisor. I was like, I'll just release it, you know, whatever. But I will say I was kind of thinking about putting Willopenn Drive on like demand. There's a website. Let me actually pull it up. Um, where is it? I found it off of lightsfilmschool.com. There's a website where basically you can put your movie on there. Um, and there won't be any costs. There won't be any fees other than one-time fee each month, which is like $12. So the nice thing is you release your movie, and if you keep it up for like a month or two, you're probably gonna have a profit because there's gonna be at least probably one or two people that are willing to, you know, rent your movie. So you kind of made like a profit. Stinks though is if you keep it up. If you keep the movie up at the end game, you're going to lose money because you know most people, as you guys all can tell, usually when a movie comes out, a big movie, it's usually the first week that it makes a lot, and then after that, it just kind of like fizzles out. Definitely the case also with like you know my case, a filmmaker that's you know making a sophomore debut. So yeah, it was just something to kind of think about. I don't know if you've ever thought about that. But it's definitely something that I've kind of thought about. It's like, maybe I'll put it on there. Marvel Fan 45. I'm also watching some King Hu films for a video we got planned. I'm excited to talk about him. Make some of the most stylish elements of Kung Fu films I've seen. Dude, that's awesome. I'll check it out. Marvel Fan 45. Bye. Have a good night. Yeah, man, it was good seeing you. To everyone else, I'm also gonna go just so that way I can, you know, continue editing what's left of my movie, trying to salvage that as well as just watching like another movie or two. But you know, I hope you guys are all staying safe during this pandemic. Um, hopefully, you know, things get better. You know, it's kind of difficult now that it's winter time, but um, you guys are the best. You know, I appreciate you guys for joining the streaming, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on my next video. See you guys.